This is the Maserati MC20, and put simply, it's the most important car the company has ever made. Not only in the here and now, but also what it means for the future of the fabled old Italian manufacturer. The uneasy truce with once great rivals Ferrari has ended, and the hugely ambitious Stellantis group is now pulling the strings. That means a new engine, new platform, new technology, new everything. Fundamentally, this is Maserati's best shot at hauling itself back to where many believe it belongs. Question is, has it worked?
Now, if you're of the belief that Maserati should be just as quick as rivals from Ferrari and Lamborghini and whoever else makes supercars these days, then you won't be disappointed with this. The engine in it is called Nettuno, and it's the first one developed by the newly created Maserati Engine Laboratory, which probably sounds a lot better in Italian.
The numbers, however, speak for themselves. A 3-litre twin-turbo V6 that makes 621 brake horsepower and 538 pounds-foot of torque. It uses a patented Formula 1 spec pre-combustion chamber and operates both direct and indirect injection to ensure maximum efficiency.
0 to 62 miles an hour, 2.9 seconds, 0 to 120 miles an hour in less than 9. And there's no trick all-wheel drive system to help you out with the traction. It's all or nothing on the rear wheels. And it is just biblically quick. There is power all over the rev range. You're never left wanting for anything. I mean, it's almost needlessly fast, but then I'm not complaining from where I'm sitting, and I don't think you would be either. Yeah, you definitely won't be losing any straight line speed races in this. No way.
Thing is, this probably isn't how you'd imagine a Maserati engine to sound or behave. It's all induction and boost, and none of the highly strung Italian symphony we've become accustomed to. Of course, it's effective and very fast, but you still find yourself looking for just a little more.
The gearbox is an 8-speed DCT unit, but it does its best work when you put it in manual mode. In auto, it's not bad, but it can be a little slow sometimes, especially driving around town. Manual, it lets you take over and choose how you want to exploit this engine. So whether you go for using all that big mountainous wave of torque or taking it all the way to its near 8,000 RPM red line.
There is plenty of fun to be had with this powertrain, yet you sometimes feel like it could be a little more characterful, more Maserati. It's digital rather than analog, but then there's a good reason for that.
See, 97% of the MC20's development was done digitally, using something Maserati calls virtual vehicle dynamics development. It's probably what you'd imagine a digital supercar such as a Nissan GTR would use. Not really a Maserati thing, and yet here we are.
Based on a carbon fibre monocoque designed in collaboration with race car royalty Dallara, the platform is set to host the coupe, convertible and electric version of the MC20. In this form, it weighs in at less than 1,500 kilograms, and considering this car's dual purpose as both a track day weapon and everyday sports car, is a decent effort.
You can also see that the MC20's sculptured body shell is neatly split up into 2 different sections. So where it's black here and up top, it's focused on aesthetics, whereas go down and you've got the carbon fibre area, and that's all about aerodynamics. In fact, the body shell itself is actually really quite clean. It's only once you get down to the carbon fibre Aero editions that it really starts to show you it's a proper supercar.
At the front, there's an elaborate system of vortex generators helped by a hump in the car's floor to increase airflow, while door sill air ducts do the same job around the engine compartment. Beauty is, of course, in the eye of the beholder, but for me, Maserati has done a wonderful job of marrying form and function into such a precisely judged piece of design. And that goes for the inside too. Some may wish for more flair and exuberance, but honestly, this is a cabin that works. The seating position is brilliant, the touchscreen is responsive, and there's plenty of space. In short, it allows you to enjoy what is the best bit about this car.
Honestly, the way this thing approaches a corner, the level of confidence that it inspires, and the amount of involvement for a mid-engine supercar, I mean, this is mind-bogglingly good. It really is. Now, obviously, Maserati didn't just want the MC20 to work on Europe's smoothest racetracks, so you've got a range of different damper settings that you can choose from using this dial in the middle here. You've got soft, you've got sport, and you've also got a racy setting for when things are very flat and smooth. But in the UK, now on the public road, soft actually works very, very nicely indeed. It's compliant, yet there's still plenty of body control to the point where you're hardly getting any dip under braking coming into corners, and body roll coming out, well, I don't know, it just doesn't seem to exist. It's just so easy to get into a rhythm with this thing as you swoop from corner to corner, that low center of gravity and mid-engine layout making it just so agile and alert to direction changes. And actually the steering, it plays a big part in that. It's an electromechanical setup and it gives genuine feel and consistency so you know where the grip is and where it's not.
During this cold January test drive on all-season tyres, it was hard to make a final judgment on the outright grip levels of the MC20. The road was simply too slippery. However, one thing you can tell is that once the carbon brakes have heat in them, their stopping power is immense, and hint at the sheer overall ability that this car can serve up when required.
On a car with this much power and this much tech, and actually isn't that light, this level of involvement and delicacy and feel, that's a real treat now. I mean, no disrespect to previous Maseratis, but this thing feels like the rulebook has well and truly been ripped up for the 21st century. It's so different to previous cars in so many different ways, and it doesn't actually feel like that many of its rivals. This is more like a sports car that's been upgraded and pumped up into a supercar, yet it still retained aspects of a sports car that, for example, you prefer over a supercar. That level of involvement, the steering feel, the way that it's actually not that wide on the road by supercar standards, and the way that you can also genuinely use it because it's quite comfortable and quiet. This isn't just a one-trick pony, it's a brilliant all-rounder.
It's been years since we've experienced a proper Maserati supercar, but the MC20 has undoubtedly been worth the wait. Make no mistake, this is up there with what Ferrari, Lamborghini and McLaren can offer, not just for technology, but also the finished all-round product. It's beautiful, it's usable, it's fast. It's almost everything we could have asked for, and let's hope it's only just the beginning.